this is Micah Dodson with Thrive Church Planting, and I've got my friends, the Sanchez's, here with us from Marysville, Washington. Luis and Melissa, can you tell us a little bit about the church that you lead?
Yeah, so we are planting a church in Marysville, Washington, just 45 minutes north of Seattle, a multicultural church that we hope will launch sometime this fall.
Awesome. And it's called Church for the Nations, right?
Church for the Nations is what it's called, yeah.
I love it. So you've been impacted just like we all have by the COVID crisis. You know, my heart goes out to church planters, especially those like you guys that haven't gone public yet. How has it impacted you?
Yeah, so it's made a lot of our ministry have to go online, and it's forced us to think more intentionally about how we're connecting with others.
Yeah. So how are you adapting?
So our small groups that we started just earlier this winter, we have just had our first Zoom meeting this Tuesday, and everyone was in attendance except one person, but we added 2 new people even though we went to Zoom, so it was pretty neat.
That's awesome. And where are you guys seeing traction as you're adapting and making changes to adjust to this?
Well, we had planned on a big outreach for the community by partnering with the city of Marysville for Easter, but because of the COVID crisis, that has since been canceled. And so we've been looking for new ways to serve, our neighbors in our community. And we have a woman in our small group who is a personal chef and owns a catering company. And she has been serving meals to the medical professionals who can't necessarily get out and are working really long days. And so we wanted to just get behind her as a small group and as a church. And so we have been doing that.
And we've just decided from our benevolence budget to buy a bunch of meals through her organization, which is still allowed to run, and to serve the community of the medical personnel that are on the front lines. Beyond that, we started a blog through our website, churchforthenations.com, and we're seeing tons of people engaging with that every day. By tons, I mean the people in our small group and the people in their circles of influence, and some people across the country that are friends and family of ours as well.
And earlier you were sharing with me an example where somebody maybe passed that along to someone that was directly impacted by COVID.
Yeah, so in our small group, given just where we live, the nature of the people that live near us. So Marysville is a bedroom community of the city of Seattle, and the local industries like Boeing and Providence Hospital and Evergreen Hospital and all these other like medical places that have been really hit with the COVID situation. So one of our small group folks and Church for the Nation team members is on the front lines, and 2 of her teammates on her floor at the hospital where she works got diagnosed with this. Prior to them getting diagnosed with COVID-19, she had been sharing the blog with them, and they were really encouraged. They really wanted to be a part of the church plant. And they actually now, and as a prayer item, it's just are on ventilators. That's the last that I heard. But our hope is that they had heard the gospel and through the blog, and that in whatever state they're in, if they're able to have some cognizance of any sort, that they know that Jesus loves them, and that the gospel is real.
How has it impacted you as a family? You guys have 4 little kids. What's that doing for you?
Well, they're home. We're gonna start, distance learning, I guess. Our oldest is 8, and so he's in 2nd grade. So he's got to, finish up his year. And then we have 2 4-year-olds who are prepping to go into kindergarten next year. And then a 2-year-old, so not much has changed for her.
Although she did start potty training.
She did, because we're home. So what else are we going to do?
Yep.
There's no diapers anywhere. So she's potty trained now.
Nice. Well, hey guys, thank you so much for the time today. As we kind of wrap up our conversation, For our listeners out there, any wisdom that you would pass along to them as they're seeking to adapt and gain traction for the gospel?
I think we're in a really cool moment. I think we're in a really hard moment. I think that moments like these is where the church historically has shown the brightest. So I would say, hey, disciple your people to lean into the moment and to have courage and to invite Jesus into their disorientation and all the stuff that's going on, because it's better to do this season with Jesus than without him.
Yeah.
And so that would be my main thing. And the other thing would be just to keep perspective. I know all of this happened really quickly, and so some of us had very little time to prepare. But being where we're at, this morning I just felt like Jesus just in my heart, just encouraged me to keep perspective. We're healthy. Our family's healthy. We're able to still do ministry online and feel like a sense of purpose. So just keep perspective. That's really important.
That's awesome. Thank you guys so much. Again, this is Micah with Thrive Church Planting. We've got Luis and Melissa with Church for the Nations. Thanks for tuning in. Have a good one.